You're going live. If you go up to the loft today, you're sure of a big surprise. If you go up to the loft today, you'll never believe your eyes. For every train there ever was has gathered there together, because today's the day that Jenny does the Monday Club. Yay! Yay!
Big hello
Yay!
to you. Yeah, right, stop it now. Big hello to you all. And if the chat was brought back up,
Oh, you want everything you do. Chat
I'd be able
all.
to see
My
who's in
goodness.
the house. We've got Southern Train Girl, Crossways Point Junction, Aiden's Railways, Iron Horse Railways, David Scott, Ruben Ashwell, Naomi Thatcher, Matt Ovell, Malcolm Moore, Donegal Dad, Flymo Chairman 1, Gone Loco, Lorenzo's Rail Channel, James Petts, Crossways Point Junction, David Cook, Harry Sedgwick, Wiven Model Railway, Patrick Ling, Blackpool Steve, the Aylesmead Project, who else we've got? Vobert Becking, David Cook, Jerry BVR, Valleys 56XX, Alan Reynolds. Big hello to the PVA J Cloth method.
I will be back. I'm going to the shop.
Okay,
For a Coke for you.
UKX Greenie, hi to you, Tim Davis, Simon Trains Model Railway Showcase, Thomas West, Mixed Trains, Ian Turvey.
Guys, can I just say, Jen has been very, very busy today, so if you could be nice to her that while I'm away, that would be great, because then I can not feel so bad about teasing her all night for the show.
We've got Cameron Peterson, Warbler Productions, Matthew Hobbs Railways Geography Talks. Gosh, we've got a really good turnout, and if I sound a little bit spaced, it's because I've been up since 5 a.m.
Has it
this
turned out
morning.
nice again
What?
when I'm cleaning windows?
No, I've been on a job to some studios in South Wales. Now, I can't talk to you about what I've been working on, but I've been down at a set of studios in Cardiff, and great fun, but it's a heck of a drive there and a heck of a drive back. So that's what I've been up to. Big hello to everyone, says Mike Finch. We've got Going to the Dogs as well, Phil Metcalf. So huge turnout. It's great to excuse me, see everybody. But yeah, basically I am absolutely shattered. I walked through the door at probably about 30 minutes ago, so I've just very quickly had something to eat, and we've come up here, we've turned everything on. But that's where we're up to. Gosh, and basically I was delayed getting back because the M6 got shut, but it's okay. The driver was quite good and knew a back route. Unfortunately, so did a lot of other people as well. Right. Warbler Production says Cardiff. Sounds like it could be Upper Boat Studios in a certain time travel series. No, it wasn't. Let's just say I didn't see the leading man, but I did see his car. Ralph Davies says, hi everyone from South Africa. Matt Rutter says, you found petrol. It wasn't easy. We actually had to stop twice on the way down because we were only allowed £10 of petrol from the petrol station here in Bolton. And then there was queues and queues, every single petrol station. And we eventually stopped at Monmouth's service station on the A40, I think it was, and topped off the tank. But yeah, so somebody's saying, I wonder what series was filmed in Cardiff. It's not a series, it's a standalone thing. So that's where we're up to. Jerry BVR says, did you see Tom Scott's latest video about the German signalman training layout? I have literally walked through the door, I'm afraid. If I sound incoherent, it's because I'm actually really tired. But first of all, let's take a look at the news. And I think the major news that really blindsided everybody over the last week is that the 262 Manning Wardles on the Linton and Barnstable Railway, already done in 009 by Hellion, have been announced in 016.5 by Lionheart Trains. Now, as far as I'm aware, this is the first time a ready-to-run offering has been offered for the UK market in 016.5. So this is really, really interesting, and I suspect that it may well be the start of an enhanced range, because clearly a locomotive with nothing to watch. Sorry, I'm reading the comments with one eye. And Tim's Model Railways and Different Videos says, she's been on Crime Watch. You're sounding like Zoe. Essentially, this 262 Manning Wardle, it's actually quite well on. We've seen the EPs, and they look really, really good from Lionheart Trains, which is a part of Daypol, a sort of like an arm's length part of Daypol. So, James Pett says Lionheart announced carriages for it too, I think. You are right. Sorry, my sozzled state of extreme tiredness, I forgot that. We've got the Linton and Barnstable Railway coaches to go with it, so you can make up a full train. It was wagons that there's some speculation that we might be getting later on. So really looking forward to that. I might try and see if I can borrow one when they do finally appear. Because being 016.5, even though they are in O gauge, they run on 00 track. Which actually means that as long as it fits under the bridges and through the tunnels, theoretically that Lionheart Manning Wardle can actually run up here on Weir Yard. So that would certainly be really, really interesting. J. Paul Anderson, great to see you. Evening, Jen and Monkey, how are you all doing? Pretty good, actually, apart from so tired. I was supposed to get back here about 4 o'clock. The problem was that somebody managed to shut the M6 at junction 14. So we ended up, we went through Whitchurch on the A41. B. Mozza, absolutely correct. Yes, O scale, not O gauge. Absolutely. But yeah, looks to be a really interesting model. So also really quite far on as well, given that we've seen the EP. There's a lot of metal work in that locomotive, which will make it quite good at holding the track, I suspect. A lot of weight to it. So be interesting to see how that comes. Of course, Lionheart do have a track record. We've got the, I think it's the 262 Prairie Tank that is also well underway from them. And we've also seen the, there's one of the Pannier tanks that Lionheart Trains did as well. So they do have a proven track record. Now, in terms of other news, the shock hood A's from Accurascale are being dispatched. I had notification this morning that Accurascale have posted out a triple pack of the shock hood A's to me. So we're going to be featuring a full review on the shock hood A's. I'm really looking forward to these because they do include some very interesting things in their design, including the fact that they're designed that you can have them in a train with the hoods on, but also if you remove the hood, the interior is fully modelled and detailed so that you can actually have some kind of loading and unloading cameos on the sidings. So really looking forward to seeing those. And of course, they arrived in the same container that the MDO and MDV coal wagons turned up in. So if you have any of those on order from any retailers, they should be going out pretty much now. And of course that means that the Jenny Monday Club wagon is amongst them. So I don't know if anybody's got notifications yet from Rails of Sheffield, who are handling all of the distribution of this. So you can order with absolute confidence, because It's not me that's handling the money. It's not me who's wrapping them up and putting them in the post. But they are into stock. And given that, I think almost all of the MDO and MDV wagon packs are sold out to pre-order. It is still a good opportunity to expand your fleet with the Jenny Monday Club wagons. Going to the Dogs, there's an impressive rake of open wagons on your outer circuit. Absolutely, thank you. That is the that's mostly my Bachmann 16-ton mineral wagons. In fact, fortuitously, it is passing the camera as we speak. It's not every single one I own, but it's a good percentage of them. But also you will find in there, and in fact just coming into view just here, we have a couple of the Bachmann commissioned by TMC MEO wagons, and of course the very lead wagon. If I go to a different angle, let's see if we can bring this up. You can just see one of the Acura scale MDVs right at the front of that train. It's actually the livery prototype of the Jenny Monday Club wagon, which is why I've actually got one. One of the perks of having bought a full production run is that you get the livery sample to approve in advance. Simon Davey says, is there a good source of research? What would you recommend? I think this is a question for Ham Shackleton that they're asking, but in terms of research, it's an interesting question because it used to be the case that you had to go and really hold on, you really had to work at finding books, going through like libraries, and the internet has made things so much better. Google very much is your friend in that respect. Just be imaginative with the search terms that you use. Google image searching is also very useful as well. B2000 RO Toys channel says, hi Jenny and Zoe. I finished making my Hornby Daisy and now I need to make Boko. I have also fixed my Hornby James after he was squealing for so long. I went to Elscar and went on a spending spree. I'm interested to know, was it just a case of lubricating the drivetrain to fix the squealing issue, or was it something else? Right. And in terms of Boko, it's actually a Class 28 Kobo. Hellion have released a couple of different runs of those, although they have proven very popular, far more popular than the real ones ever were. It's just a case of looking out for them secondhand. I don't believe they've announced a rerun of them, but some of the other news coming hot on the heels of the Lionheart announcement of the 262 Manning Wardle in 016.5 with the matching LMB coaches, is that Hellion have announced another run of old favourites. So these are models which have been in the range before, that are subsequently sold out. So we're going to be seeing the Class 14s, the Teddy Bears, an 060 diesel hydraulic. They can do about 45 miles an hour on the mainline. They were built to basically be a like-for-like replacement for the Great Western Railway pannier tanks. Of course, the work which they were designed for just was evaporating as fast as they were being built. But they went on to quite a long and illustrious career in industry, so a good deal of them have managed to survive. Hellion brought out, originally commissioned by Hattons, the Class 14, and they're doing another run of those different livery versions. We're getting a very nice blue BP one, which might be a nice companion to go with the Oxford Rail Janus shunter that was done some time ago. We've got an NCB blue, one which would certainly be very interesting for a lot of people who do model the NCB scene. But for me, we've got the Waschen and Machenau, was the W&M rail bus finally seeing those reappearing. It's been a while since they've been on the market, including some interesting liveries, including, I think it's Laboratory 20 in the RTC red and blue, sure to be quite a popular model, and also a rail inspection unit. I do need to do some research and look up what period that is suitable for, but certainly very eye-catching liveries on those. In terms of the final announcement in that tranche of models from Hellion, we've got a re-release of the Class 17 Claytons, and essentially we've got a number of different liveries, the BR Blue, the two-tone green, but for me the standout is that rail freight liveried Class 17. Now I know it's not everybody's cup of tea. As far as I'm aware, the preserved example was never in preservation, painted in that livery, but I really like it, so that is one which I will be getting for myself, almost certainly. I just do really have a soft spot for Class 17s. We've also got the Class 07 Shunter, a whole plethora of additional running numbers, including 3 tops numbers. So gosh, that means that we've had, that'll be 7 of the 14 having been released in BR Blue with tops numbers. Quite a good turnout there. Although, interestingly enough, some of them never carried tops numbers, although 07007 is one which has carried its tops number, just not during BR ownership. So certainly there's a lot of great models coming through from Hellion. And hark, I hear the arrival of a cupboard monkey fresh back from the shop. What could you possibly have bought? Oh my word, we're having a picnic in the loft, it seems.
Yeah.
Big hello to JJ Williams, 1984.
So
Robot Monkey. Which bit of it? What, that you've gone into a special isolation booth?
No. That you've been working on a new Doctor Who. You're the sonic screwdriver.
I'm not supposed to tell people what
You've been upgraded from being a shelf on Crime Watch.
I'm not actually supposed to tell people what I'm in. But,
guys, she's the new Doctor.
There
Although they're changing the names, like, Doctor, why?
Oh my word. Mark Wilson says new Hornby show in the Yesterday channel coming soon. Ooh, thank you. Come again. Yeah, I know. I think it's on from the 11th of October is when it starts being shown, from the information I've seen. And thank you, come again. And it's interesting that, oh, thank you, come again. Did you get yourself something?
Yeah.
Thank you, come again.
Hello everyone, how are you guys doing? Yes, I absolutely agree, Ruben Nashwell. Picnic is nice. What's in the picnic, says Simon. Wow. Many sweeties. Yes, very much. Excuse me. So, yeah, where was I before the cupboard monkey rudely interrupted me? We're talking about Hellion re-releases. 156 Andrew says, Dr. Billy, replacement speakers. So anybody doing the Billy's replacement speakers drinking game, you have been rumbled. Because I will now be saying Billy's replacement speakers an awful lot, just in case. Right, Paul Higgins says Teddy Bear's Picnic. A little bit, yeah. Oh, I've got a little tickly cough. It's not COVID. Well, production says he just sent me a message. I know, I'm reading it now.
Right, and also don't forget to tickle that like button and share the stream on social media. Sharing is, of course, caring, and it's a great way to let everybody else know that the Monday Club is here for everyone. We are an egalitarian live stream where it's a great place for people with interest in model rail from all around the world to get together, talk with each other, and listen to the antics of me getting mithered by the monkey. The beverage of choice is a Monster, aka a can of Whoop-Ass. basically an energy drink to try and wake me up a little bit, because I am absolutely shattered.
Shattered, yeah. Einhorst Railway says, Jen, what's the locomotive pulling the BR Blue stock?
BR Blue stock? That must be the... of course! Last week we said we were going to do a Pug and Gronk Fest. And of course, I did actually set up all the locomotives after last Monday's live stream, which is how it's all ready for when I rocked up like half an hour before we went on air. So we have got, if I change to, I might just catch it, just disappearing off the bottom of the screen. We have got a
Gronks!
Yeah. Oh, okay, monkey, we'll get to you.
I like the Gronks.
So we've got two of the little puggy poos. I think we've got 51235, and I think the other one's 51222. So they're going around double-headed because it's the only way you can get them to run reliably. Then we've also got a Hornby Class 8 shunter D3509, but that's not all. We've also got, if I go to, let's see, where can we capture it on camera? So if we go to this camera, ignore the Class 40, but don't ignore the wagon at the very lead of that train, because that is the Monday Club wagon, which are now available and being posted out.
Monday Club.
Oh, I've gone to the wrong camera.
Wrong camera.
Yeah, okay, behave yourself. Oh, we've got a broken camera.
Oh no.
Oh no, that means they're all going to stop.
No.
They're all going to stop working now. That's my favourite camera as well. What did you do to it? Right.
Nothing.
Oh, I bet you did.
I
So
didn't take it down and wash it.
I've got an idea. If I do that, and then I tell it I want to look at this camera, and it'll go, oh, it's not there. So if we then go back to this,
You confused now, stop it.
and I plug this back in.
The trains have moved now, Jen.
Yeah, okay, no, just bear with me. Please work. Please work. You're my favourite shot. Yes! Boom! So anyway, right, the train's gone. I daren't change the camera angle now. But let's talk a little bit about the little puggy poos coming round. Yeah, it's 51222 and 51235. The Hornby X-Daypole, Lancashire and Yorkshire
You
pug.
do love those pugs.
I do actually. I counted up. I've got 12 different livery versions, of which nine are in different BR liveries, and then I've got 2 in LMS liveries and 1 in Lancashire and Yorkshire Railway livery. And I think my BR liveried ones account for almost all of the pugs that survived into BR ownership in terms of running numbers. I think there's only a couple that I know of that are missing from the running numbers, including the elusive 51217. No, 51217. Got there in the end. Right, anyway, Robot Monkey says, has anyone ever noticed you never see Zoe and Cupboard Monkey at the same time? Strokes chin. So, Monkey. Don't have a lot to say for yourself, do you? 1701, the File Flyer. Hi to you. I did see Les Cliff, actually, at the beginning. I forgot to mention. So, a big hello to the Les Meister. We still need to get you back up to Bolton to guest in person on the Monday.
I think we're going to have to go down there with a net.
What a big butterfly net.
Yeah.
So, yeah, what, a tranquilizer gun?
Well, if you want. I was just going to do the net.
Yeah, for no particular reason. I was going to shoot out the car window on the way down.
So, what are you having there, Jen? It's a giant pink ball, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Right. We've got an interesting question from here, from Simon Davey. Jenny and Zoe, how long has it taken you to build up your collection and your mind-blowingly brilliant layout? Well, The layout didn't take as long as the collection.
No.
If I remember correctly, you've been collecting since around 2000 when you first picked up that pug, and it's taken you 21 years to get to this point.
Yeah, this is 21 years of having a good job and being a bit of a magpie when it comes to model trains. Of course, prior to that, my father and I had a very large, still do to some extent, still have a large collection of Hornby 00. But I mark 2000, late 2000, as being the rekindling of my interest in model railways, and it also marked the point at which there was a lot of production that had moved out to China. We had a huge uplift in terms of quality of UK ready-to-run stuff. Yeah, 21 years.
So, and the layout, rear yard, is about 2 years now?
I think it's coming close on 3.
Wow. Yes, of course, it was start of 2019 when you started building it. And you were still down in the, doing the Monday Club from my office for a long time until I convinced you to let me set the cameras up here. Well, it was always the plan with the layout. We built, I pushed Jen to design it with an eye to being able to put cameras all over this. Although I actually was going to hide them in the layout itself.
Never a good idea, because something always goes wrong.
Well, no. My plan, as I envisaged it, was to have the building so you could lift them off to access the cameras if you needed to. But the cameras themselves would be hidden in the buildings, so that we didn't have shots where you could see the cameras. Like, for example, on this one, if you look in the top left, you can see a camera. It's just one of those things. But Jen, I think you made a good choice with having the cameras that look down a bit, so you get to see more of the layout.
Yeah.
So I actually like it. I think you've got a good thing going here. But yeah, sorry, I went because I've been drinking fizzy water. Not fizzy water, a fizzy drink. It's taken me about, from the start of 2019, I think it's like a New Year's resolution or something. She finally started clearing this place out. So it's gone up to 3 years, but really the main bulk was done within a year, wasn't it?
I built it very quickly. And I was actually building this at the same time that we were filming Great Model Railway Challenge. Because Weir Yard, believe it or not, features very briefly in the opening credits of Series 2 of Great Model Railway Challenge.
Oh, yes. I actually remember that. You would come home from one of the heats and spend the week either talking to people, working out what you were going to do for the next heat, or building stuff up here.
Yeah, there was a lot of test...
I hardly ever saw you.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
What? Hey, wait a minute. Paul Higgins says more cameras than the BBC.
Yeah.
Not quite.
Farmer Chairman 1 is a good point. I remember the setting up of the haunted castle. It was meant to have been an angle on the layout for the show, if memory serves.
The what, sorry?
Yeah, the haunted castle back in right at the back. We never did really make use of an angled camera at that point, did we?
How do you mean?
The Bates Motel, as you say.
Yeah, I call it the Bates Motel.
Yeah. My goodness, yeah.
Clive Cobold asks, Jenny, what Class 40 locos running on the layout? It's a Bachmann Class 40, I think it's number 40132. And it actually has a Hornby TTS Class 40 sound chip in. Now, I bought the TTS sound chip very early on because I knew I wanted to get a Class 40. At the time you couldn't get them new, they were out of production, but I knew that if I waited until that model appeared, then the TTS sound chips would have disappeared. So I bought the sound chip and it lived for a while in a Class 25, just for safekeeping, but it has been put in its rightful place.
We've got an interesting question here from Worthington Model Railway. Are the pugs set up as a consist?
Yes, they are.
There you go. Quick and simple question there, my goodness. Messing about with models says, any news on whether there will be another series of Great Model Railway Challenge? I'd like to think there will be.
I've not heard anything. Doesn't mean that there won't be, it's just that they haven't told me.
I think it was a good show, and I think he should have won, but maybe I'm biased. But I think there's the comments I saw on Twitter where people were saying, "Oh, that's interesting. I like how we done this." One comment I actually saw once was, "We turned this on because there was nothing else on, but we're loving it."
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, that's the kind of show that we want.
Yeah, and it really did reinvigorate the hobby, which was very, very good.
Yeah.
But talking about reinvigorating the hobby, we have got the Great Electric Train Show coming up on this weekend coming. And this is going to be, whilst it's not the first show to run since lockdown was eased in the UK, it's certainly the biggest one so far. And really, really interesting to see how it goes. Now, some of the other shows, like the International Engage show, or TINGS.
Engage!
Yes. Captain Picard's favourite gauge is, of course, N-gauge. But they were down on numbers. They thought it was going to be absolutely heaving, but actually it was quite a lot quieter than they envisaged.
To be honest with you, I can't blame anyone who is still a little bit wary at this point.
But there are a lot of people going. Wardle Road, a big hello to you. And I know Wardle Road did do a competition on last Wednesday to win a pair of tickets for the Sunday. We did a competition on the Monday club last week. We had 2 lucky winners of tickets. Hopefully, they have the tickets have arrived. Iron Horse Railways, great to see you in. Also going to the Dog Says Folkestone exhibition this weekend too, so a bit of competition. Worthington Model Railway says, I felt that the Great Model Railway Challenge was a great idea, but some of the episodes were too rushed and lacking in build detail. I guess that's kind of what you end up with a little bit when the people doing the editing aren't necessarily railway modelers, and they had to strike a balance because the show was actually aimed at a much broader market. So what railway modelers might find super interesting wouldn't necessarily be what the wider public would.
Which is why I think what we were saying was it needs a second show. Like, and if you've enjoyed this, press the red button now to see how they made this stuff.
Maybe.
And then there'd be a second show about how you actually did it.
I mean, there were actually a lot of bits filmed that weren't used, so there was material.
It wouldn't have been a
massive somebody
thing.
Would have to edit it up.
Yes, there would still be costs, but what I'm saying is it wouldn't be quite as costly as making an entire show.
Warbler Production says, does anyone watch Bargain Hunt? No, I don't, but featured Statfold Barn Railway today.
Wow. Available
on iPlayer at the moment. And Will Tucker says, your DCC Concept Signal Lever video showed you having an NCE and a Gauge Master digital controller. Any preferences between the two? Yes, you're absolutely right. If I could just move that out of the way. So I do have up here an NCE and a Gauge Master, and the eagle-eyed will spot they're actually both plugged in and working. But I use the Gauge Master purely for my programming track. Whereas
it's a lot simpler for that, isn't it?
It's the only area that I found the Gauge Master DCC system better is when it comes to programming things. It's very straightforward. It natively supports a separate programming track, so you don't end up with that thing where you accidentally program everything on your layout. The NCE is far better for every other application.
Okay, Michael Pollard has a great one here. Jenny, like me, have you ever banged your head on the timber beams in your loft?
Yes.
I can't remember doing it.
No, it's this shelf actually.
That shelf's a killer.
Yeah, you've heard me. There's a big bang, and you go, "You all right?" And I'm like, "Just bang my head." Yeah. But actually, the shed.
You don't recall banging your head.
Yeah, I do actually.
Jen, it's a joke.
I know, but I thought I'd ruin it for you. Just eat those. Right, Egg Rider. Hi to you. It's great to see you. It says the cab is usually thought of the front of locos like Gronks and Class 20s as it gives the driver a best view forward. Absolutely right. I think a lot of people don't realise that actually the front of a Gronk is not the bonnet, it's the cab. The locomotive is backwards, as it were. Class 20s, obviously, as well, having a single-ended cab, the same. And I presume that means that things like a Class 07 or a Class 14 that has an offset cab, or a Class 15 and a Class 16 as well, the front is the end with the cab. Iron Horse Railway says took the plunge today and got some KD couplings for a coming US outline purchase. Very nicely made.
So Patrick Fallon says, have you seen any of my... To be honest with you, everything's scrolling past so quick I hadn't noticed. But hi Patrick, how you doing? What are you pressing?
Buttons.
My goodness.
Right.
Jen is looking at all the buttons again. This is not a good thing.
Yeah, but anyway, no. So anyway, meanwhile, back at the ranch, it's the Great Electric Train Show. You may have seen it referred to as GETS, G-E-T-S. People do love their acronyms, don't they? But that is on this weekend. Setting up on the Friday. I've got Hornby Magazine have very, very kindly made me their special guest for the weekend. And that means that I have got VIP tickets for the full weekend. And really looking forward to hopefully getting the chance to not just see the layouts, because normally at shows I never get time to look at the layouts. But also I want to talk to all of the retailers and the manufacturers as well. Find out what's going on. And I'm looking to get a few interviews as well. I've got a couple lined up. So I think I will be interviewing Mike Wilde from Hornby Magazine. Pete Waterman is also going to be there. I have not formally arranged an interview, but I'm going to try and get an interview. And then I, again, not formally arranged any other interviews, but I am going to be looking at certainly having a good long chat with Hattons, also Rails as well. And I might see if I can search out Alex at TMC and have a chat with them, because they've got a lot of really, really interesting commissions. And in some respects, they've kind of... They're like the stalking horse in the background, because they've got a lot going on which isn't necessarily taking the limelight, although it is coming through. And like we've seen with the MEO wagons that they commissioned in conjunction with Bachmann, they are some really great products. Wardle Road says, Jenny, I'll have to grab your thoughts on the show at some point. On which show? Sorry. Wait, what? You didn't say anything. Oh, what's that?
What's happened?
I've had a derailment.
Of course you have. So Underground Eric says, I'm excited to meet the world famous Wardle Road. Didn't you guys meet when we were down south? Down at Cambridge? I thought Underground Eric and Wardle Road were there with the 5 inches.
Yes, they do like their 5 inches. Wardle Road
says £5 per photo.
What, is that how much he has to pay you to have your photo taken with him? Ben Davis says, hi Jennifer Kirk, want the news today, thanks. Oh, okay.
Well, I think the biggest news is that you will be on the new Doctor Who playing the left shoe.
No, I told you, we're not allowed to tell them what I'm on. I've been down to some studios in Cardiff today, so it's one of the reasons that I probably sound a bit spaced out. The reason for this is that I was up and around at 5 a.m. this morning. I was supposed to be back here for about 4 o'clock, which would have given me time for a power nap. Unfortunately, closure of the M6 on the way back from the studios put paid to that. So I rocked up basically 30 minutes before we went on air. Had to gobble down some thuds.
Luckily I was cooking.
Tony Calcutt says, thank you both for great shows. Learn a lot and applied things to my N-Gauge. You're absolutely welcome. And it's one of the things that is really, really useful.
You're starting to flag again, Jen.
I am, yes. It's one of the things that's really, really great about the online community is it's a great way of sharing knowledge.
Splitrock323 says, will a brake van replace the TARDIS for this new Doctor Who one? We can't say yes, but yes.
Zoe, I told you, we're not allowed to tell them what I'm in.
Yeah, it's Doctor Who.
No, it isn't.
So, the other news is, of course, we have a special for the monkey build this week, don't we? Beep, beep.
Yes, the cupboard monkey has been building. And there's actually a story behind this bus. And, well, the plastic kit, when I bought this, Richard Brighton, who you'll all know from DCC Concepts, and I, was sat in the office there, and he was browsing through some of the bargains that had come up from Rails of Sheffield, and he spotted a West Yorkshire PTE bus. I think it was an EFE one for £9. And I'm having that. And next to it in the listings was a lovely picture of what looked to be the same type of bus, but in GMPTE livery. And it was the same price, about £9. And I said, oh, could you grab me one of those? Well, he said, oh, yeah, that's fine. When they were delivered, his bus was an actual bus. My bus was a plastic kit. So the monkey has ended up building this for a monkey build video and actually done a pretty reasonable job.
I didn't realise that the only reason that you'd passed that kit over to me was because you'd made a purchasing error.
Yes, there was a substantial purchasing error involved. We've all been there, haven't we? Where we see a lovely picture of what we think is, oh, that's a really good price. And you neglect to read the small print where some assembly is required and paints and glue not included. So, yeah. Right. Underground Eric says, we are playing 5 inches tomorrow. I got a new one, Cheeky Mayflower. Is that a B1 by any chance? Fear my abilities.
Isn't that a boat?
No, it's a 460.
Pretty sure the Mayflower was a boat.
No. Monkey, back in your box. Come on. Come on, shut the lid as well. Big hello to Sue at Pudham Junction as well. Great to see you. Larry Rogers as well. Great to see you too. We've got a really good turnout today. Jack's Miniature Train says not long till Halloween now.
No, that's true. I've seen all the stuff around. Simon Davies says, does Zoe have her on channel 2? Yes, I do. If you look up Zoe Kirk Robinson, you'll find my vlogs. And if you look up Game Hammer Classic Gaming, you'll find my gaming videos. And if you look up Question of Trek, you'll find the quiz show I'm on with the cartoons.
Look at this amazing thing. So just to change the subject.
Now there's another thing that was on. Where's it gone? Where's it gone? Yeah. Leslie Gilpin says the kit for the bus would be useful for customization of a Fowler road system. Actually, I was thinking that would be a very good use of them. But also, speaking of customization, these buses, they actually come with customizable ends. So we've got a big
the roof pods.
Roof pod here. There's a small roof pod that comes with it. You can have it without the roof pod, and all kinds of different destination decals, different number plates. Oh yeah, you can make an entire fleet out of these things. So it's actually really good for customization. I was very surprised at what you got in this kit.
Well, because there's decals for 6 different number plates and destination lines.
Yeah.
So you can actually give yourself a fleet of
an entire fleet with different styles.
With some minor differences.
So it's actually customization-wise, you get a lot in the packet. You could have a good go with things.
Look at that. That is well naughty, isn't it? A white chocolate Terry's chocolate orange.
Yes. So I was actually very impressed with what you got in the packet. I was very happy with it. Let's put it that way. Right. So what else we got? B2000 RO Toys Channel says, the reason why I think James was squealing That would be James from the Thomas the Tank Engine set.
Yep.
It was because he had hair and dirt in his gears, axles, and wheels.
That would do it.
So many times you'll find that. It's just one of those things. It collects stuff over the years.
Aiden's Railways. This really is a white chocolate orange. Look at it, they've just appeared for the first time in a long time.
They used to be called snowballs, didn't they?
Yeah, they used to be called Terry Snowballs. Then they disappeared for a long time, and now they're back.
And you've been craving your fix for so many years. This is the 6th one. That's how many I've bought for you.
Patrick Furlong says Billy's replacement sweets and fizzy drinks to go, and I only watched Railway Challenge because you were in it.
To be fair, Sir Patrick, so did I. But I was actually quite... Even on the episodes where you weren't in it, I enjoyed it. Because it was easy to watch, and it wasn't too technical, and it gave me ideas, and I thought that was quite good.
Brilliant.
The artist formerly known as Garthian says, is the TARDIS in the show tonight? I can't see it. Yes, but Jen had put it in a place where
you
it
had to
couldn't
look
actually
very,
be on
very
the
hard.
camera, so I'm going to move it. I like to move it.
Well, hurry up and move it so I can change the camera.
I like to move it.
Alright. But yeah, anyway, so we've got a new thing. I only know it, but I keep thinking of it with its what was its working title? Was Hornby a Model Empire? Well, what are they saying it's called? I keep forgetting.
I believe it's called The Jenny Show, featuring Hornby.
No. David Cook says, Jenny, have you got a new job yet? Yes, that's why I was down at Seren Studios in Cardiff. Wink, wink. Landed on my feet somewhat. So I'm not really allowed to talk to it too much about it. It's a bit like, when the super secret project. Just think there's another super secret project, Secret Squirrel going on. And at some point, filming wraps mid-October. So it's going to be something like summer of next year when I can actually tell people what I was involved with. So there we are. Right, anyway.
So Patrick says, Monkey Builds is a great title for a model making video. That's what our little series is called.
It's funny, that's what we called them.
That's what we call them. The ones where I make and review the models. That we call it Monkey Builds.
Yeah, Monkey See, Monkey Build. Warm Blood Productions, absolutely, yeah. And funny enough, the sign on the studios does say Star Studios, but all the paperwork that I get says Seren Studios.
Same thing, isn't it?
Technically, yeah. Hornby a Model World.
Right. So they're not going for the Imperial thing anymore.
So if you hear me say Hornby a Model Empire, that was just the working title for the series.
Wardle Rhodes has a good idea there. If GMRC comes back, you should do a YouTube team. SDJR7F88 did do a YouTubers team for Series 1. Is it the... Series 1, I never saw. I assume it was popular because it got a second series, but I never saw it.
Yeah, maybe we should. And to be honest, I'd love to be one of the judges. I did actually audition to be one of the judges, but I'm not very good at selling myself, so
things happen.
I need a pimp.
Okay, welcome to the Monday Club After Dark.
Boom chicka wow wow.
Wow wow. Wow.
Keep talking, I've got my mouth full.
Party Kill Station says, Jenny, does that mean you're moving to Cardiff? If she is, she hasn't told me.
No.
Mind you, we were considering moving to Sal.
Yeah, somebody Gordon McElroy says, thought you were working with DCC Concepts. What happened there then? I resigned last week for complicated reasons.
Yeah.
None of which were my fault.
Yeah, you were not to blame.
No.
And it was just time to move on, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I'll be honest with you, I did enjoy the work I was doing there. And most of the people there I got on with incredibly well.
And I think it's safe to say you wish them all the best as well.
Absolutely. But what shocked me was actually that within 3 days, I've got effectively what most people would consider a dream job, and it just goes to show that sometimes things were meant to be. But there we are. But super secret squirrel, new job. It's working in the film industry, and that's all I can tell you. Right.
She's a camera.
No. Melchester Model Railway says the commute to Cardiff must be worse than the commute to Settle. A lot of the time it's on the train, which isn't too bad, or in a hire car. And what I've discovered is that a hire car, if I'm driving it, and I'm not always driving it either, but if I'm driving it, it doesn't feel quite so bad, because I can rag it and it doesn't matter because it's not my car.
Jenny!
And it's not my fuel either. Although getting the fuel in the hire car to actually get down there was a bit epic. But,
yeah, you had a bit of trouble with the fuel, haven't you?
We did a location.
There is actually no fuel shortage, it's just people keep buying it.
Yeah. But we did do a location shoot at Port Talbot, which is why you may have seen on Facebook the photographs of Neath Station, because that's where I caught the train back to Manchester.
Did you see any knights there? Knights that say Neath, 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 Neath.
Full enough, no. And just in case you missed that, no. Patrick Hill Station says, what's meant for you won't go by you. Iron Horse Railway says, can a TARDIS that's inside a TARDIS escape using its drive?
Yes and no. It's a bit of a complicated thing, and essentially a TARDIS should not be able to land inside a TARDIS, but it has happened a few times.
Yes, but it's just let's just like squeeze that lid down on the nerd box. Right. Anyway, right. Matt Rutter, a hire car. You swanning about in Range Rovers.
I was going to make that joke, but I thought you would just tell me to bugger off.
Yeah, I would have actually. But something making a weird noise.
Yeah, I heard that as well.
Yeah, weird. Actually, I'll tell you what's weird.
Larry Rogers says, any update on the JK wagon arrival?
Yes, they should be getting posted out. I have actually lost my J27.
Where'd you last see it?
It's supposed to be shuttling backwards and forwards.
Okay, I'll have a look first.
But it's not on. That's really weird. No, this has perplexed me. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, it's not happy, is it?
Oh, I see why. It's sat on... pass me the glue. It's sat on a piece of scenery.
Where is your glue?
It's down there. This would explain an awful lot, to be honest with you.
This?
Yes, that's the glue. So a piece of my scenery's broken free. Right. Melchester Model Railway asks, will you still be working in model railways? It's like 50 questions, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
Is it?
Well, you're still doing your channel, and if an opportunity comes up, I would expect that you would take it. But right now,
I'm still looking for the job I'm doing at the moment is very much a temporary type thing.
Yeah.
It was like I really lucked out, but it's not a permanent job.
Well,
which means
nothing in the film industry is.
No, but it's really great fun, and the catering is quite good. But I'm still looking for a full-time job in the industry, doing video editing type stuff. Leslie Gilpin says, Hollywood star of the black and white era and of the 1920s Flying Scotsman movie Ray Millard was from Neath. Ah,
wow.
Worthington Model Railway says, in the US we hire people, we rent cars. LOL. Oh, see, in the UK we rent houses.
You
but
can
we
rent
hire...
certain people in the US, but only in red light districts.
Can you? Oh. Didn't Hugh Grant find out all about
Yeah,
it?
you're not meant to. I didn't say it was legal, but you can't.
Simon the Railway Enthusiast 83 says, I need a Billy's replacement Jobs. It's like a Steve Jobs. Right, Wardle Road says Jenny's new job is to hand deliver each of her wagons. Not quite, but hopefully, if there are any unsold Monday Club wagons, and that is growing ever more doubtful as sales go quite well.
Yeah.
So do get your orders in with Rails of Sheffield, but I'm hoping that any that are left over, and there may be 5 that I will that are currently held back. I'm actually holding back 10, but I may release 5 of those.
Release the hounds.
Yes, release the Kraken for sale should the need arise. So at the Great Electric Train Show, there may well be some for sale. B. Mozza says, Neath should have let me know, and I'm only 8 miles from there. Well, we're actually at... we were doing stuff at Baglin, which is by Port Talbot. But Neath is... Essentially, we had to travel to Neath to catch the train to Manchester Piccadilly.
Flammer Chairman 1 says, a new model shop in Bolton, Jennifer. Sounds good. There is a new model shop in Bolton, isn't there?
Well, Bolton Model Mart has been sold, and it's going to be rebranded.
What can you remember what it is? 'Cause
I can't remember.
all I can remember off the top of my head is Billy's Replacement Model Shop, and I'm pretty sure it's not that.
No,
We did have the flyer here, but I don't know where it went.
it's downstairs somewhere. I'll have to dig it out.
But yes, they're same place, and I'd assume same telephone number.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy that's going to be owning it has been at the shop for a few weeks now, at least, haven't he? Learning the ropes. So it should be a smooth transition.
And he's actually the guy who's bought it. Is the son of the guy who runs the model shop in Carnforth.
Right. So there we go. So it should be all right.
Whoa, I'm still drinking my thing.
All right. So if you're looking for stuff, don't worry. There will still be a model shop in Bolton.
Absolutely. A big hello to Laura. Great to see you in as well.
Mark Wilson says, Railway Children 2, lost in New York.
B. Mozza says, my family uses that train when they visit. It's a really lovely route, actually. Going through, it goes through Hereford, Leicester, Ludlow.
Oh, the link for the Monday Club wagon goes to page not found. That's because Rails of Sheffield changed all of their websites, didn't they?
Oh.
Give me a moment, guys. I will look it up while you're talking, Jen.
Fair enough. I can't read anybody's comments.
Well, why don't you look on your phone?
Oh,
I've got to find the link, Jen. Come on.
Effort.
House of Sheffield, Jenny Kirk. Okay, are you feeling okay to keep going, or shall we call it a little early?
Well, we've got some videos and stuff to show, don't we? Right, let's just let's go to all chat. Right, it's weird how there are no places to buy models in the centre of Manchester, let alone model railways, says Laura. We used to have 2. We used to have
they were
Model
just down
Zone.
from Piccadilly.
Yeah, and on station approach at Piccadilly, there was the Ian Allen bookshop. So we used to have 2. Now we have none. B. Mozza says so you've put the link up.
Yep.
So,
I don't know what was going on there, but there you go.
Oh, were we using the wrong link in our description box?
Maybe the old one. Tell you what, the Bitly link that we've got, I'll just modify it later on.
Yes, so don't use the one in the description box. Use the one we've just put on the screen.
Yeah.
Can you actually pin that?
Yeah.
So, do you want to pin that at the top?
Pin message. There you
Okay,
go.
so right, there should now be a pinned message, and that is the link for the Monday Club wagon for anybody wanting to grab themselves one. We are getting very, very low, and it may also be possible for you to order it from Rails and arrange to actually just collect it from the great
Although we can't
electric
guarantee
train
that, of course.
show. I suspect it's something that's worth asking about if you are going to be at Getz. Matt Ovell says, now that's a pug consist. Oh yes, of course. Now you'll see on the screen. So the ones
pug.
But there are actually 1, 2, 3, 4. There's actually 5 in a row there. But you can only see 4. So actually 5, 1, 2, 3, 2, I think, or is it 1? 5, 1, 2, 3, 1. I've got 5, 1, 2, 3,
turn the
2.
camera down a bit.
No. So there's 5, 1, 2, 3, 1, 5, 1, 2, 3, 2. They're both weathered editions. Then I've got 5, 1, 2, 4, 1, 5, 1, 2, 4, 0, and 5, 1, 2, 0, 7.
I have to say, I really do like that you've got these little shuttles.
Yeah, the shuttles
It adds so much, doesn't it?
And anybody interested, the shuttles are all DCC Concept ABC shuttles, which natively supported by their Zen Black decoders, but will also work with ESU, Zemo, and I think even Trainomatic will work with them. So there is a lot of, it's not a proprietary thing. But DCC Concepts make it so simple. I know I go on about it a lot, but I just think it is really a great system with the ABC. And as you can see, they generally work pretty reliably. The only time you get any issue is if what actually happened with the Class 8 is the one of the wheels of the wagons bridged the rail bond at a
And of course, that would
moment.
stop the...
And it resets the locomotive then thinks that it's no longer in the section.
Ah, now we get the Jenny Butt cam.
Sorry,
Tim's Model Railway in different videos says, Gronk it up, Gronk it, yes. Gronk it up, Gronk it up, Gronk it up. Where are our Gronks? Show us Gronks, Gronk it up.
Unearned points.
That's my catchphrase from Crash Good Track. I do like it when I get the unearned points.
How come you always seem to get them?
Because he always messes up my team's name. And that's how you get the points, if he messes up the name. So I always choose a name that he can't remember.
Oh, I got unearned points for pointing out he was wrong.
Yeah, that's happened before as well.
Right.
It's not as fun when you get them.
AD Pullen says, Night all tar muchly for the live stream. You're absolutely welcome. And don't forget that we will be here next Monday as
Whether
well.
you want us to be or not.
Iron Horse Railways, that's cheeky. Bike Rack Cam.
Bike rack cam, what?
Oh,
yes, of course, yes. Oh, we've lost the thing again.
You've lost... struggling a bit on cameras here. Big hello
Struggling
to...
a bit with you as well. Do you want to cut it short?
You're desperate to cut it short.
No, I'm not. I'm saying, do you want to? Because I'm worried about you. We
well,
can hold back the videos,
can...
and Jen, we can hold back the videos till next week and cut it short.
Hands up for those who want the monkey to take over. Huh?
Ow. Huh? All I'm doing is saying,
yeah, come on.
I want you to be careful and
let's bring the monkey in. Come on.
Okay.
Unearned monkey. So we're going to swap now. The monkey is going to take over for a bit because you were so concerned about how tired I was.
Well, I am. That's the thing. Guys, Jen has had a very, very long week, to be honest with you. She's hardly stopped. I have been very, very worried about her.
Had a very busy schedule, to be honest with you.
Yes, so now you get to see me, and also, it's me, Mario! So guys, we've got here Laura saying, I've had 2 Class 8s for haulage, one shuttling between platforms at Derby when the underpass was closed for repairs, and 08721 from Longsight to Manchester Piccadilly. That's cool. I like Gronks. Class 8s are the best. And they have a bit of character to them. I know that you've said a few times on certain locomotives on the models, you end up with slab-sidedness, and it looks dull. You never get that with a Gronk.
No.
There's always something going on. That's why I like them. So, what have we got? Dave Scott says, the only pug that I saw in BR days was 51218, a Bristol Barrow Road shed. Just sitting in the shed, my goodness.
That's the preserved one.
Legary Forest Railway Andrew Johnson says, what's the issue with shortage of petrol in the UK? There isn't a shortage of petrol in the UK. What's happened is some people suggested that it might possibly happen, and therefore panic buying started, which caused it. It's like, you know that scene in It's a Wonderful Life where there's a rumour that one of the banks doesn't have enough money, so there's a run on the bank, and then the bank doesn't have enough money. That's what's happened in the UK with petrol. Basically, people who didn't need to take a lot of petrol took a lot of petrol in case there was a shortage, and thereby caused the shortage. It'll work itself out in a couple of days. The actual amount of supply hasn't changed. It's just one of those things. That's what happens, though.
What has changed is that they're selling 5 times the amount they normally would.
Yeah. That's it. Suddenly demand outstripped supply. But normally, if people were just normal, supply would outstrip demand.
People normal? It'll never catch on.
Well, it's just how it is with people. It'll sort itself out. I would not worry. In the short term, just keep going as it is. Let's put it that way. Clifford Ison says, hi Jenny, just tuned in and caught the end of your wagon discussion. I thought for a second there the way I just tuned in and caught your end when you were leaning over. Pre-ordered. Clifford says he pre-ordered his in March, but no sign of it yet. Have any been sent out? Well, we know that they've arrived in the UK. I know that Accurascale are sending out orders of things that were in that container. The shock hood A. Also, some of the orders of people who ordered direct from Accurascale, the MDO and MDV triple packs, are being sent out. That also means that they should have reached retailers, and my guess is that Rails will be working through the pre-orders in order, but bear in mind that they've also got all of the pre-orders for the regular MDO and MDVs, the shock hood A's, and of course their own special commission triple pack of the MC Metals PMVs, which are actually just rebranded. MC Metals sounds like such a cool rapper.
MC Metal?
Bling bling!
MC Metal will play a solid steel guitar that shoots flames out of the neck.
Yeah, but what if it's MC Precious Metals? Bling bling! Gold and silver and platinum.
Okay,
bling!
So they have a gold guitar that shoots fire out of the neck.
Gold guitar would sound terrible. There's a few people saying, is this petrol thing due to Brexit? No,
it's not.
Last time I checked, Britain is still a member of OPEC. We produce our own fuels, so no. That's not changed.
No. Oh, big hello to J94. Also, Mark Wilson. Hello, my duck. Says my 18,000 will be arriving soon from Rails. Of course, the other news that the kerosene castle should be arriving on people's doormats quite soon. What?
Kerosene castle. Don't bring any torches in here. Your entire castle just goes.
Okay.
I've had too much caffeine.
Yes, you have.
Oh. Laura says there are many differences on Class 8s, door types, hinges on body sides,
yes.
vacuum air and dual brakes, different boxes on the sides, and vast array of handrail positions. Yes, and that's what's another thing. If you have kits and you're building them, there's lots of customization options. If you're looking at them, there's lots of different ones to spot the differences on. If you're collecting, you've got a wide range of stuff.
Well, and
there's
also,
always something for everyone with a Gronk.
Can I just say as well, Bachmann certainly, when they tooled up their Class 8, they tooled it with the ability to have a lot of these detail differences. So if you actually look across the different releases of the Bachmann Class 8s, they do actually show a lot of these minor detail differences, particularly the arrangement of the auxiliary boxes on the running plate, but also do the hinge door variety as well, which is another detail difference.
Yeah.
And they do them with and without ladders too.
Ben Tullett is scaremongering now. Billy's running out of speakers. Everyone panic buy Billy's replacement speakers.
Well, interestingly enough, one thing that is running low is the Jenny Monday Club Wagon.
Yes,
So
everyone panic buy the Jenny Monday Club
do
Wagon.
please panic buy your Jenny Monday Club Wagon from the link that you'll find pinned in the chat. And these are sure to become collectible items, so you could flip them on eBay for quite a bit of cash.
Do you remember in
wow.
Oh my goodness.
Nuts and Bolts 77 has incredibly generously donated $10
oh my
for
goodness.
the 5-inch train fund. We're doing quite well on that.
Thank you so much. You might be able to actually put together your ride-on wagon.
I want the coal wagon.
That's
the coal
one,
wagon.
yes.
Yeah. So thank you ever so much for the for your generosity. That is very, very much appreciated.
You would not believe how much Jen appreciates that. Thank you so much.
Definitely.
What else we got? Oh, Jen, you've broken it. What have you broken?
I don't know.
You've broken stuff. What have you pressed? Hey, she's broken everything now. It's working again.
Yeah, fair enough.
Oh, where's your train that was there?
What the one?
All I see is the carriages.
No. It wasn't doing anything with carriages. It's...
Oh my goodness! I'm blocking the butt cam.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, everyone who's talking about the truck driver shortage, nothing to do with Brexit. I'll tell you exactly what it is. For about 20 years now, a lot of haulage companies have been relying on Eastern European workers to come in and work with low wages, and they've all cottoned on the fact that they don't have to work for so low wages, and I can't blame them for that because I wouldn't. So they're going home, and now all the guys that who were already truck drivers who are starting to get close to retirement, they're leaving. No one's there to pick up the slack because why would a young person come in for that kind of job on that lower wage? So now we're all in this mess together. And to be honest with you, if you knew what the industry was like, everyone saw this coming. It's just how it is. So let's get back to... oh my goodness. John Dawson, thank you so much. 20 Canadian dollars. Guys, you are so generous. You really are. And I'll tell you now, Jen really, really does appreciate this.
Yeah. I'm currently saving up for a 5-inch gauge steel 16-ton mineral wagon, so it will all very gratefully go towards that. So thank you ever so much, John A. Dawson, for the 20 Canadian dollars for the 5-inch train fund. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, yeah. And Dongitz also says, and there's no other drivers because testing was suspended due to COVID. So yeah there's all kinds of knock-on effects. And just wait, because there's a chip shortage coming because of COVID. There's all kinds of shortages coming. We are not out of the woods yet, but it is getting better. We just got to buckle down a little bit and get through this. Guys, we can all do this. We got this far. We can do this.
But of course, the one thing that you do desperately need to do is panic buy your Monday Club Wagons. And one of the things that actually... Yeah, shut up.
Stop telling people to panic buy the wagon.
Yes, I always remember the little corner shop when I was probably about a teenager.
Is this from the 90s when the Bean Wars were on?
No, it wasn't that. There was something on that meant there was a shortage. Just like people were panic buying food.
Oh yeah.
It might have been just after 9/11. And I remember a little corner shop that had a big sign up that says, "Please panic buy your beans here." So we appreciate the trade. Thank you very much. Yeah, but I mean, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, unfortunately.
Yeah.
If you convince the masses that there's going to be a shortage of something, enough people go out and fill their houses with bog roll to actually create that shortage.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's just what just-in-time delivery is susceptible to.
Unfortunately, yeah, but that's the modern world. And this is just what we're going to have to deal with. Oh, we've got another one. Oh, we've got a couple of cameras then. That's excellent. So, guys, shall we get back to talking about trains instead of talking about the real world? This is like our a little oasis away from the real world, where we get to and bask in the joy of modelling. That's what we like.
Ruben Ashwell says, "Panic buy beans. Wouldn't they be doing a certain thing a lot after that?" Yes.
Beans, beans, the musical fruits. The more you eat, the more you toot.
Skipsy Train says, "No, not a chip shortage. Will there be a fish shortage too?"
Technically, yes, because we are starting to run out of certain fish.
Yeah, can I just say, for the benefit of our audience around the world, when a Brit says chips, we're not talking about like potato chips. We're talking about fries.
Well, very, very chunky fries.
Yeah, it's like steak cut fries or whatever they call them.
Jerry BBR says, "Panic buying beans caused the literal shortage."
Oh my! I know. I thought beans would, but it'd be like the panic buying prunes, or what's the one that makes you regular? Figs.
Oh yeah.
Michael Wild says you're.
Yes, we know something's happened with the Rails site. If you click on the link that's pinned at the top of the chat, that one works. And we don't know what's happened, but I will update the links in the description bar and the one that's on the screen once I can. But right now we're live and I can't do it. Whoa! What was that?
Nothing.
I heard a rumbling.
Yeah, don't worry. Everything's fine.
You got the washing machine on or something?
No, it's fine.
Okay. Did you just happen to be sat on a load-bearing piece of wood while you tooted? Is that what that was? Jenny is causing the entire loft to wobble. My goodness.
Yeah,
Shackleton says, "Hey, I thought Jenny was going to light it. So did I, but she won't stop." So do you want the hot seat back? Is that
No.
Jenny can't bear not being in control. That's what this is. You see, that she can't do it. She can't do it. Esiel says, "Late again." But you're not. Don't worry, because, and I'll quote Gandalf here. "A Monday clubber is never late, Frodo Baggins, nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to." As you can tell, Gandalf isn't here tonight, so I had to attempt an old man voice, which I'm not very good at, as it turns out. So, what other news have we got? Laura says, "Manchester would be finished as a city if there were shortages of Adidas trainers and tracksuit bottoms." It's not quite that bad. Last time I was in Manchester, I saw some people wearing Reebok. So,
can I just say that last time we went down to Media City and they were filming Jeremy Kyle in the studio over the road, you could tell because there was so many tracksuits everywhere.
It was quite a thing.
Tracksuits and curfew bracelets.
Oh, Jen, it's not quite that bad. Now everyone's saying someone's got no internet. Everyone panic download the internet.
Please panic download your internet here.
Crider said, "I think that's the first actually seeing Zoe do the Gandalf." Yeah, normally I'm off camera. It's weird. I don't know whether I can survive under these lights. I mean, look, I'm shining in the light. I don't normally see this much light, you know. I'm not that kind of person. Ruben says, "I was in Manchester on Saturday and tracksuits were still around." Yeah, but whenever I'm in Manchester, there's at least one pair of jeans there because I'm wearing them because that's kind of what my thing. But maybe that's just me. To be honest with you, I haven't been in Manchester for ages. There's not really any real need to go in at the moment. But one place I am looking forward to going to is there's this barcade. It's an arcade with a bar full of old arcade games like Turtles and things like that. And I really want to go. So Jen, I think we should go.
Where is it?
It's in Bury.
Oh yeah.
We need to go. So
Okay.
we can go into Manchester on the train and then go back to Bury on the train because you can't go Bolton to Bury because they put houses on the train tracks. It's very, very annoying. Short-sighted, silly people.
We have a car, you know.
And Laura says the outside of a Jeremy Kyle show and the outside of a magistrate's court look exactly the same.
Yes. Yes.
James Morris says, Jenny, any news on the Sonic A5 review? Got 2 on order, can't wait.
Still waiting for Rails on that one.
Still waiting for news from Rails on that one, so we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, guys, if you are looking for the Monday Club thing, the link that's at the pinned at the top of the chat, that's the one that works. Simon's Train says there's nothing wrong with Manchester. There absolutely isn't. I love the Manchester comedy scene. It's great. And when it opens up properly again, I'll be there. So yeah, nothing wrong with Manchester. I've had a lot of good nights in Manchester. I used to work there as before we really got into the YouTube scene. I was doing door-to-door sales, which is why you can tell I've got a pattern where I just talk about nothing forever. That's part of the training. I used to do door-to-door sales. We'd get back around 10 o'clock at night. If we'd finished early and done a lot of sales, we'd arrive back about 9:30. And we'd go for a drink in one of the bars until the last train. It was great. I love the place. And there was always something going on. So I really did enjoy that. It's a beautiful city. And we don't take advantage of living near it enough when we're down here in Bolton. Or I suppose up here in Bolton, technically, because we're above Manchester. But there we are. Matt Rutter says, I'm up for Barcade if they have Bomb Chat. I think they do. There are a few games that I really want to play, and I don't know whether they're at this Barcade, but they're usually at one of the retro fairs. Bosconian, Dig Dug, Pac-Man, and Proper Space Invaders. You know, the one with the coloured overlay printed onto the glass because it was only in black and white. That's the kind of Space Invaders I want. But, Jen, is there any more news?
Not that I can think of.
Fair enough. Well, in that case, it's 8:20 and I am starting to overheat because it's quite warm up here. So, how about you jump back into this chair? I jump over there to access the keyboard and mouse, and we show the layout videos that we've had in.
Yes, I think we should actually. Oh, come here.
Just gotta pull Jenny up off the. I like this. Will Tucker says, "Is it Bury, or Bolton East?" They would hate being called Bolton East. So yes.
Yeah. How's it doing over in Bolton East? Right, come on, shift it.
Well, technically, are we even in Bolton? Because I did declare our house to be a separate nation.
That's funny, because I declared up here to be a different separate nation.
Yes, I declared the Kingdom of Calandia, so you decided to go one better and declare the Attic to be the Empire of Genitopia.
Absolutely.
Have you given out any special titles or anything like that to
I
people?
have not, actually.
You should consider it. Bestow a title on certain people.
ZTVG says, hello, did anyone go to the Bachman Practically Perfect sale at the Great Central Railway? I did not.
You were probably at work.
Probably were, yeah. S. Eel says, there's a lot of bad backs going around. Very sus. It's not my back. I think, yeah, just looking...
well, it's all this bending down to tend to the...
I'll be honest, I'm shattered. I've been up since 5 a.m. because I've had to go down to... Seren Studios in Cardiff for Super Secret Squirrel Project.
Squirrel Project.
So yeah, basically watch out for next year.
Why?
So,
what's happening? Where's it? Is it creeping up on us? What's going on?
But anyway, come on. Are you getting ready to queue up people's stuff?
Sir Patrick Fellon
really
says,
flagging.
do I need a passport if I was to come down to visit the Coloured Monkey? Well, no, Sir Patrick. Knight of Calandia, you would not require a passport to visit the country of which you are a knight.
No. And I don't know, what would the passport for Genitopia would be quite strange. It would be three-dimensional in the form of a Jenny Monday Club wagon. If you follow the link that is pinned to the top of the chat, and I will be doing a video showing just how you can actually use T-Cut to remove the JK branding.
Why would you do that? Why would you deface one of your own wagons? Let someone else do it.
Well, no, it's like sometimes it's nice to show people how to.
Alright.
Right.
I'm just bringing up all the stuff for the...
Oh, okay, that's nice.
So, don't worry, you'll see your precious chat in a moment.
Okay.
looking at me like that. Ish. I could tell you what you were thinking. You were thinking it even if you didn't say it.
Yeah. Don't
There you
forget
go.
to tickle that like button and share the stream too. And if you haven't already done so, do please consider subscribing to the channel. And we're actually nearly up to 15,000 subs. It's been quite a slow summer. I think as we've gone out of lockdown, a lot of people are like, woohoo!
Yeah, they all
just
ran up the houses going, freedom!
Yeah, something like that. Let's just change some tracks there. And that's the beauty of the DCC Concepts S-lever frame that I have installed on Weir Yard, that I can just change routes and stuff on the fly. Right. Worthington Model Railways is about to start on my next build. Pico turntable arrived, and I'm going to kit bash 5 Metcalf single engine sheds into a roundhouse. Videos when enough progress. Actually, really looking forward to that. The Pico turntable, some people do knock it, but I've got one here on Weir Yard, although the camera has crashed that would show that. But I actually rate them quite highly. I do like them.
Well, that's something that I've been trying to push and tell people a lot of. That just because one person doesn't like it doesn't mean that another person wouldn't. You're allowed to not like things, and you're allowed to like things that other people don't like. Are you having a lot of trouble?
Yeah, this keeps derailing, so I'm going to take it.
Thing.
I'm going to take it off.
Do I need to press the button?
You do need to press the button. So I'm taking the Oxford Rail J27 is having a
World restarted, Captain.
Excellent. Is having a disagreement with a particular double slip. In that the tender tries to go one way and the locomotive goes, no, I'm going the other. So I need to investigate that. I think...
Lifestyle Unleashed says, hi all, sorry for being so late. A Monday clubber is never late, Frodo Baggins, nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to.
Oh,
hi, Gandalf.
Yes. Who let that old man smelling a cabbage in here?
I don't know, but Gandalf came with him.
Oh, I figured out what's wrong.
Is it because you broke everything?
No.
Is it because you've put one of the couplings on upside down?
No, couplings.
Is it because you suck?
No, it's because you suck. No. Right, anyway, just shut up and do your special thing.
Okay, well, the first thing we've got is some photos. Oh, no, that is the wrong thing. That's from last week. So I'm looking at the wrong bit. Okay, we need to go a bit further back. Mark Anthony, small intro video made of my new layout, 4x8, spent 3 weeks working on it.
Ah, Dominic Z,
I think we've actually seen this
our
one.
roving kickline reporter says, Jenny, do you know that the kickline figure line was redistributed by
Emilio Toys in the Philippines.
I did not.
Emilio. It'll be Emilio, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I did not know, but thank you for keeping us appraised of the kickline situation.
David wants us Jenny's got her books out to matron.
Just
A couple of puppies.
But I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add some lead into the tender at some point.
Okay, we've got a Monday Club video here from Mark Anthony, Z Mark Anthony, and I'm not sure if we've seen it or not. So let's.
Why don't we just show it?
Yes, let's do that.
Okay.
So if you press the button,
Magic of the button. There we go.
beep beep, here we go.
Ooh, I think we did see this, but it's worth seeing again. I
Yeah.
enjoyed it.
It's got a lot of style to it. I love the building work and the little sheds. Yes, we have seen this.
Yes,
and the camera work is excellent.
I know, we were very impressed by these US outline locomotives
Yes.
last time.
Wow, that's a
but
bright light
It
in the
did
front of that
lead
one.
to a bit of conversation on the subject as well.
You know what? If you were to build an American outline layout, I think it would look something special, Jan.
I think you're absolutely right.
I wouldn't get rid of Weir Yard, but...
No. Of course not.
It's a very nice looking layout.
Oh, you got the Midland Railway 044, the Johnson 1F. Which I meant to actually get one of, but didn't.
That was lovely. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much for that. Hopefully, I should probably boot up the tube of views. Just make sure that camera came on okay. Just
And that's the link.
there we go.
Right, I'm trying to. I'm losing the ability to focus on what's going on here. I don't know what's going on. I think I'm as tired as you are.
Yeah, it's true. Iron Horse Railway says cough, bay window.
We've got a thing from Evan Terry here saying, "What is going on?" And then a picture of that last time when we accidentally we accidentally brought up Bob's instead of the video.
When's this?
I think that was last week or the week before.
So there we are. We're doing our very own Doctor Who effect.
Yes,
So,
it's a howl around. So let's take that off the screen.
okay, because people are going, "You're doing it again."
Yeah. So that was from Evan Terry. That was a howl around. It's just one of those
there
things.
we go. Excellente. Don't forget to tickle the like button. I see only 131 people have tickled the like button so far.
Okay, we've got an interesting one coming up now, and again, we won't be showing all of it because this is a. Oh, actually, we will.
Oh, the camera's died. Another one.
No.
Oh no. So I'm just gonna try and see.
Yeah,
if
we're on screen again, but you've knocked that camera something.
Oh,
wrong.
yeah. Hold on.
What have you been doing to these cameras, Jen?
They're beans.
Your musical fruit again.
Yes.
The more you eat, the more you toot.
Ow.
Now that's. Did you just bang your head like you
I
told
did.
people that you hadn't done?
Yeah. Oh, it's a jaunty angle.
What are you doing, Jen?
What you do, only more competently.
That's true. You were very efficient in your screwing up. Hey,
There we go.
live railway camera
Ooh, that's
readjustment. That's not bad.
Yeah, that's actually a nicer angle. Yeah,
Okay,
keep that.
So, from Iron Horse Railways, we have a weathering video. I thought it was going to be a tutorial. I was going to say we'd have to show part.
Did we watch this last time? Mark Wilson says, sorry, yes, I prolonged the work. So, sorry, conversation between people in the chat. Oh, I'm really flagging.
So here we go. I'm just going to bring up
yeah,
the browser.
you press the button.
Here we are, Iron Horse Railways, and he's weathering something, which should be cool. So it started with a Hornby D16.
Oh, lovely model. I really do want one. Oh, base layer of weathering to get the shine off the plastic. So, yeah, that's actually very grimy. There's a calcium deposit. Interesting.
So it's bit by bit, building it up.
Yeah, streaks from rain, frame dirt. So, gosh, this has gone very, very weathered.
But it
Wow.
looks real.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That is amazing.
That really does work well.
And even on the windows, it looks fantastic.
Big hello to Mel's. Good day to you. Great to have you in. And Mark Rutter as well says, been tickled. Excellent. Time to seal it, clean it. Oh, and run it. That is actually really nice. I do like the D16. It's one that I do need to get.
I thought you had everything.
No. Thank you very much for that. Really did appreciate it.
So, thank you very much, Iron Horse.
So I've switched back. Hopefully that camera is working. But yeah, Ruben Ashwell says the weathering looks awesome. Absolutely.
It really does.
Andy 1962 says big hello to everyone on the stream. I've tickled the like button. Have you?
Did he giggle?
Are
Are you finished?
No.
Okay, next up we've had, it's not a photo and it's not a video.
What is it?
So, Dave Baker has sent Zoe, here is my full BRS history based on your and Jenny's comments. So this is Billy's replacement speakers, a history based on the comments.
Oh, we could do with a kazoo or something so we could play the theme tune.
The company was founded in 1919 to supply replacement speaker horns for ear trumpets, not Ian trumpets. Who's Ian trumpets? Why is he getting horns? For returning soldiers with ear damage and the hard of hearing. In 1984, they developed the Megabass X1 speaker used by Spinal Tap on their ill-fated last tour, Smell the Glove. Did you make that up? Smell the Glove.
No, that's the name of the
Oh
album.
my goodness.
Don't you remember the Smell the Glove album?
I was sure it was one of yours. And it was the only speaker that could handle their amplifiers. I took it to 11. Following a band TV show where the producer was bribed to reduce the volume during transmission so that viewers would keep upping their volumes until max, then full transmission volume was restored, blowing the speakers out in millions of TVs across the country. On release from prison, Billy and his illegitimate son Dave, real name Rodney, went into the second-hand biro business until they were able to open their reconditioned and replacement speaker workshop. In 2010, BRS Limited went public, making Billy a millionaire overnight. And that is the history of Billy's replacement speakers!
I do like the mega bass speak. But yeah, because Billy, of course, was working as a roadie on that ill-fated Spinal Tap tour. And with his family background, he was, of course, the logical choice for the band to ask to build a speaker that was able to keep up with the amp that went to 11.
Absolutely. So now, from Charlie, I believe it's Charlie, give me a second. It is Charlie. We have related birthday greetings for me and some photos.
Ooh!
So if
That's a Hellion Class 77, isn't it, on the left, just peeking into view. We've got a Hellion Class 86 at the back, I think.
What's this one with the baffles?
That's a 9F.
It's an interesting design.
Yes,
Looks
yes.
rather nice.
Yes.
And we have another photo as well. Ooh, nice line side low shot to make it look like you actually stood there with your camera.
Yeah, yeah.
I always like that kind of shot, it works.
I do like that Class 77.
Very nice. Thank you very much for those, Charlie.
Thank you very much. Great to see those.
What's everyone saying in the chat?
Michael Wiles says, a classic movie, but not as mad as the real music industry. I can imagine.
Oh my goodness. So apparently it was Batman Day, so Charlie sent us a picture of Batman as well. That's rather well done.
Nice.
I like the detail on the symbol. That's cool.
It's got a very square draw. It reminds me of Desperate Dan. It's basically Desperate Dan hiding in a Batman costume.
That's from the Batman animated series. So you started getting a very square jaw in that.
Ah, well, thank you very much for that. So, just
Thank you very much. I did like that. That was good.
Martin Halstead says that D16 weathering was amazing. And
Yes.
Valley's 56XX says, love a grubby 9F. David Watt, oh, this is one for you. David Watt says, speaking of birthdays, it's mine on Wednesday.
Happy birthday to you. Squash
You
tomatoes
live
and
as
stew. Bread
You
and
look
butter
like
in
a
the
monkey.
gutter. Happy
And you look like
birthday
one
to
too.
you. Hooray!
Lifestyle Unleashed says, I love pugs, one of the cutest little shunters. Absolutely. And we've got, there's actually 9, or is it, no, there's 8 at physically sat on the layout, unless there's some over here. No, there's none over there. So we've got 8 physically sat on the layout.
Jenny, what is that from Charles Gibbs?
That is a terrier,
Is it?
obviously.
Are you sure?
Is that's 32655. That's actually Stepney.
I can't believe you read that off as if you were just having a quick glance to know which one it was.
Yeah, I just happen to know that that's.
Oh my goodness.
And that is a class 416 or a 411. I can never tell them apart.
It's good though. Oh wow.
And that's a BT well tank.
Look at the quality of that though. That is superb.
It really does work well.
thank you so much for those, Charles Gibbs. Great photos as always.
Thank you so much. Always do
So
appreciate
yes, a Terrier, a Bachmann Diesel, and a Kerno BT well tank. So yeah, there you go.
It's a Bachmann diesel unit. So is that a thumper unit? Might be a thumper unit. Yeah, I think it's a thumper, class
Fair
205.
Okay, well, I'm going to jump up now. We have 6 left. So we're going to go in there. Mark Edwards. Just wanted to say that I love your channel, Jenny, and watching your review and how-to videos are so inspiring. Unfortunately, I can never see your Monday Club live, as I have other commitments every Monday evening. However, I do listen on catch-up. If you have time, it would be great if you would show a bit of my video of a southern freight train running around my DC double O gauge garden railway. It's a railway still under construction. Please excuse my dodgy camera. Hey, we all have to construct. That's how we get to where we are. So these things unfortunately don't build themselves. So let's bring that up on screen.
Right.
If it's going to come up on screen. It doesn't seem to want to, does it? Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Eventually gets. Sorry if everything went a bit jerky there. The computer didn't seem to want to play.
Dominic Z, our roving kickline reporter, says, Jenny, I got a Bandai Blocks kickline set yesterday.
Excellent.
Brilliant. Don't forget to keep the box, because quite often the box becomes ever more collectible than the contents.
Absolutely.
Because so few people actually keep them.
Yes.
Right.
So here we go.
Okay, you want to press play?
Yes.
So this is video number 2. Oh, I do love the bridge. I love
This is inside going on onto the outside.
Oh,
I like it.
Oh,
So
they're
you
the
can-
day pole signals.
So you can
Really
store
nice.
things.
And that's a 700 class with a lovely rake of
That's a long
3
one.
plank wagons.
Wow.
A Macabre Bogey Bolster A salt wagon, and of course the rather nice
The all important for making Jenny happy break fan.
not just any, the Queen Mary. I do like those signals. Oh, and I absolutely adore that bridge.
That
That's
is
really
amazing.
nice.
It really is. You've done well with that.
Yeah,
Wow.
look at the detail in it. Have you cast
Yeah.
that from cement or something? Because that is really nice. And it weathers so well. You see how
I'm
the
impressed.
verdigris actually picks out all the detail
Yeah.
in the bricks. Ben Dullett says, well, Jenny has survived the night. I think that energy drink has kicked in, so
That's
you
why
good
I
luck
got it for her.
with an over-energetic Jenny.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, this
Jen.
is really nice.
This is so good.
Oh,
Super impressed.
I love these bridges.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like,
And the tunnel
and he says it's still under construction. What's it going to look like when he's finished?
this is really nice.
Oh,
wow.
Nice station there.
Oh, that's a bit like East Grinstead as was, with the high and the low level platforms.
Oh, that is superb.
Really nice.
Yeah, I'm impressed.
Gosh. Yeah, everybody's saying awesome and superb.
Yeah. Oh, double level viaduct now.
This is a really great garden railway.
Like I said, you're saying this isn't finished. This is a work in progress.
But it's like,
it's already great.
and really good
Wow.
durability with the bases and everything.
Yeah.
So you're not going to. I mean, the problem I had with the garden railway was the wood rotting, but clearly you're not going to get that problem because you've got it on a concrete base. Really nicely done.
Superb.
Oh, I look like the little bridge and everything. The way it's just the landscape is all kind of
It's growing
grown
into
in.
it. Yeah. It feels like it's part of the landscape rather than just.
Oh yeah,
there.
definitely. Oh, that
Oh.
is so nice. I love that little bridge.
Oh,
the tunnel.
Oh, that is good.
Wow.
It looks like it's just.
and the way
part
you
of
get
it.
the moss as well, just growing on the ballast.
This is.
I'm loving
Yeah,
this.
everyone's saying this is stunning. It really is.
Yeah.
This is so good.
And when you look, the track is ever so well laid. There's not really any like kinks or or bumps or anything. That has actually been really, really well laid, which is very difficult to do if you're doing it onto a concrete base. But
Yeah.
that actually really does work so well. I'm jealous. Oh, and another bridge. That with Hornby double O girder sides.
You love
with
those girder bridges.
Oh yeah, really versatile.
What is that? That's over the top, some sort of reinforcement?
Yeah, there's like a crossing girder, but it's been made to go over double track. Oh, look at that.
Oh, you do.
That's
love
over a pond, I think, because those are like water lilies.
What are those? Are they plastic tubes to hold it up?
Tubes of some kind. If they're not plastic, they'll be copper tube. Or...
That would be quite impressive, actually, wouldn't it?
That is very impressive, I have to say.
This is
really, really nice.
Yeah. So, thank you so much for sending this in. So many of us are now thinking, how could I do that?
Yeah. I need to redevelop the garden line.
Yeah, I think so. You haven't used it for so long.
I want to make a viaduct like one of these. I am curious. I'm guessing I'd need to make a plywood former and then very carefully tamp in the concrete to form the bridge. That does
look like poured concrete.
Yeah. So I'm guessing that I'd need formers for the legs, cast them first, and then cast the arches over the top when the legs are set.
I assume these are custom. You can't just go somewhere and get that.
Or I wouldn't... Oh, yeah, I mean, that's really well done.
Yeah, James Pett says, is that a cross-pond railway?
Yeah. It would seem to be.
And now we're going underneath the station
now.
Right,
so it does like a big figure of 8.
That is so good.
Right, so that 2-level viaduct is out
going
and back. Rule 1 Model Railways asks... let's share it again, actually.
That link again.
Also, talking about links, if you want the Monday Club wagon, which should be being dispatched this week, the link is pinned to the top of the chat. Don't use the one in the description because it's broken.
Yeah.
How did we not notice that?
I don't think it's been broken for long.
No, I think it's been broken since Rails changed their website.
Perhaps. I don't know. I'll sort it out. Don't worry.
This is really,
I
really
am
nice.
so impressed. That is wonderful.
Well,
thank you so much for that.
I really enjoyed that. Thank you so much for sharing that with us.
That was super impressive. I'm really happy to have shown that. So
absolutely.
Just close that down. Thank you so much, Mark Edwards. That was
brilliant. Thoroughly enjoyed that.
Super impressive.
As Simon Railway Enthusiast 83 says, that is something special. Oh wow! George Botterini very, very generously has donated $9.99 on the super chat.
Thank you so much.
So sorry, I'm late. Just got out of class for the train fund.
A Monday clubber is never late, Frodo Baggins, nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to.
Oh well, look, thank you ever so much for your generosity. Dominic Z says, Jenny, do you know that there were also some Bandai Blocks Kickline poly bags? One poly bag includes candy and the other one includes a Chelsea figure. I did not know that, but of course our top-notch...
Are they like blind bags where you don't know what you're getting?
But our top-notch Kickline reporter on the ground, Dominic Z, is working hard to keep us informed.
Thank you very much. Oh, Jen, you'll like these. We've got some more photos that come in.
Yeah, of the 77 and the 9F.
That's a nice angle.
James Sucks in Life says, evening, Jenny and Zoe. Well, evening to you.
I'm sure you don't suck in life. I have to say, I like this. What is this, Jen?
That's a class 70. Actually, yeah, that's a class 77.
It's got a very interesting look to it. It's very different to what you'd normally see.
Very slab fronted.
Yeah, for a locomotive.
It's a class 77.
It's got a bit of character to it. I like that. Ooh.
That's a class 86.
I think
we saw these last week.
Yeah, and I love the way that he's done this.
The ivy on the wall works ever so well. Don't forget, everybody, tickle that like button, share the stream as well, and also subscribe to the channel if you're not already done so. And those Monday Club wagons are selling out incredibly quickly.
So, I have to say, out of all the liveries, I think that's BR, isn't it?
What, the steam loco? Yes.
Yeah. The black, white, and red has a certain something to it.
Yeah. It's also more easily cleaned.
Well, not just that, but it's got a few highlights. It's got actually, now I'm thinking about it, black, white, and red in stripes.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very 80s look. If
Yeah,
you remember
but
old
it's
calculators and
It's
things.
from the late 40s.
Yeah, but it's got a very 80s look. If you think about your calculator,
actually,
black with red and white stripes on it,
Yeah.
very 80s.
And actually, it was kind of carried over from the big four companies.
Right.
That kind
It
of
does
look.
have that kind of look, yeah, but it's very eye-catching.
Ben Tullett says, is that a tramway I see on the high level? Do the trams work? I don't know, to be honest. We don't have any information on that.
Now, these are just photos that we've got from Charlie, and they are fantastic. I love to see the layouts like that. It's really good.
Oh, Laura, I thought the Class 77 was actually the EM2. Because the EM1 would be the Class 76, I think.
Right. Okay.
Matt Rutter says, is live pantograph modelling a thing? I've seen it done. It's not a common thing, I would
can't
have to
see
say.
it being easy. If you lose a little bit of connection, that's going to cause all kinds of trouble, isn't it?
Oh.
Also, if you reach over and accidentally connect with the
No,
wires,
you don't, you're not going to run it at 25,000 volts, you muppet.
why not?
You monkey.
You're not going for realism.
Nope.
So, next up, what have you done?
I've just changed some of the points to...
What was the
Change.
point of that?
You love to be silly.
Well, yeah. So next up, we have a... oh, there we are. I think it just stalled a little bit. We have a nice video of SR Merchant Navy class on the British India line at Frodston Station in Cheshire.
I think these are the ones you showed last week, you know.
Well, if they are, they are.
Okay,
But,
let's go.
Here we go.
So this is the one where it gets bowled by the electric
It might
Class
be.
350.
But the biggest issue that I have is that these are marked as ready for use today.
Oh.
And this was on the 25th of September, which is 2
Oh,
days
no,
ago.
no,
So this
no.
isn't
You're
one from
right,
last
you're
week.
right. No, you're absolutely right.
So I'm...
Ooh,
Ooh.
nice high angle shots.
That is an impressive angle.
Yeah. Really sharp focus on your camera.
This is from Richard Swiderski. Always good to see something from him. That's a chunky monkey.
Yeah, you did turn the sound off, didn't you?
Making me check. Yes, I did.
Monkey, monkey, monkey.
So we've got a message here from Egg Rider saying there are some pantograph model locos that have a switch to change the power feed from the wheels to the overheads. However, a tricky thing to model and keep reliable, so not often done. That's what I was saying. They're trying to keep the
Yeah,
connections.
you
gonna be
try
very
cleaning
hard.
your track underneath as
Oh
well.
yeah.
Mm.
Unless you've got some way of lifting it out of the way, which would again
No,
mean that there'd be connection issues because it wouldn't be.
No, you wouldn't.
Properly
You
down.
wouldn't lift it out of the way.
You'd have to get some kind of track cleaner
Ooh.
on an angled stick.
That's good. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was nice. Thank you so much, Richard. What's that? The Line Rivers Trust?
The Loon
Rivers Trust. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, brilliant! Thank you ever so much.
That's a
And
nice
this-
looking locomotive, that.
The camera's got like what do they call it? Where everything is in focus.
Oh, focus to infinity.
Yeah, it's actually a really
It's a
great
very
effect.
impressive one, yeah.
That is good. So thank you ever so much for sending that in.
That was great. Thank you so much.
I'm gonna have to cut and run.
Okay,
'cause
well,
the something I've eaten is not sitting happy.
we only have 3 left. Can you hold on?
Oh, okay. I'll try to.
Okay. Mark Wilson says, could you please show these pictures on the Monday Club? These are from Swindon Railway Works diorama. So, Mark
Ooh.
Wilson, we're happy to show these.
Oh yeah, no,
Wow.
these are incredible. I've seen some of these being shared on Facebook, and this is I'd rank this as being the most incredible model that I have seen of all time.
To be honest with you, if you hadn't told me that was a model, it would have taken me a while to notice.
Yeah, and actually, I mean, the building itself is perfect.
Yeah.
Absolutely perfect. In fact, the only thing that shows that as being a model to me is the fact that...
The guy in the front.
No, the fact that you can see the edge of the model in the foreground.
Right, yeah. Oh, I hadn't even noticed that. I thought that was just a dip where people could walk down.
But the level of detail... Laura, no! No, just need a big wee-wee. Wow. This is really, really so well done.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, if this is not already being featured in a magazine, it needs to be. Absolutely needs to be.
Yeah.
Guys,
if Hornby Magazine or anyone is watching, talk to this guy.
Yeah. Richard Watson, a.k.a. New Junction, does tend to watch the streams. So, come on, Richard. Come on, perk up.
Yeah, and Mark Wilson, who sent the photos in, he is in the chat, so you could have a talk.
Yeah. So, Mark, has it been featured in a magazine yet? Have you been asked to be featured yet? Because this is the most incredible modelling that I've ever seen.
To be honest with you, I would not know that was a model if you showed me that photo.
Yeah, I mean, it is
the lighting,
incredible.
The way the lights are
everything.
Oh my goodness, it just keeps getting better.
Peter Lane said, "This is excellent. Who constructed it?" It's actually Mark Wilson, who's there in the chat. Says Hornby are primed. Richard is a neighbour.
Excellent.
So I look forward to seeing it in print. But I mean, the quality of the modelling is
even a Gronk.
But when you look at the
There's
detail,
something for everyone here.
Yeah, but no, when you look at all the detail, the gantries, the weathering, the lighting, everything is perfect, and it's hyper detailed. Really, really love this model.
Yeah. Simon Davey, you are absolutely right. There are some incredible talents in this community.
Oh yeah. And this is just absolutely incredible.
Oh, every angle's better than the last one. Yeah. That's just amazing.
You can see there the fact that it's a model only by the fact you're seeing the edge of it. You can see where all the gantry cranes just sort of end and the front fascia. But that is incredible. Absolutely incredible work.
This is just so good.
Yeah, I love this.
Oh.
I'd really love to see this in person. So, is it booked
Mark
in?
says he'll see you on Saturday.
Ooh, Mid-Oak.
Yeah, Richard Swiderski says, what scale is this? That would be an interesting question.
It's 00, I believe.
Wow. And it just keeps going. Oh man, I am just amazed.
This is really, really nice. And I've seen it in lots of different periods as well.
That
from
lighting,
like westerns right through.
The slightly yellowish lighting, so it looks like you've taken a photo inside an industrial building.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Really, really incredible. Absolutely incredible. And look at the amount of detail that is there. It is hyper detailed.
It's a labour of love. It's got to be a labour of love.
Oh, but I mean, that is incredibly well constructed. I'm guessing your local model shop didn't have any plastruct when you finished shopping in there.
That is so good.
Like all the pipe work is right. All of the electrical gear is right. All of the extra little bits and pieces are right.
Particle Station says, words fail me on this modelling. I was in engineering for many years, and trust me, it's right on.
Absolutely.
This is just amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. Just
thank you so much for sharing that.
Thank you so much.
You're glad you stayed now, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. but do hurry up.
Okay, there are two more.
Okay.
So we've got a quick... I think this is actually... hope you enjoy this offline from Charlie. It's Doctor Who. So I'll leave that for later, and we'll have a...
Oh, is that in your personal collection?
Well, no. It says, I hope you enjoy this offline. So I'm assuming that it's not to do with modelling. And the final one, then Andrew Johnson says, I wasn't going to send this video, but then I thought, what the heck? Never feel like you shouldn't. Never feel like that.
Matt Rutter says, good choice of LEDs to mimic sodium.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And that's the thing. Something that I learned at DCC Concepts is that with their nano LED range, they have colours for every real world situation. Callum Camden, hello to you. Great to see you in. John Meller as well says, Guys, it's silent witness time. Oh no, are we impinging into the Monday night
Well,
TV?
I do apologise. This is our final video of the night. Blackaway Forest Railway, Andrew Johnson. So,
right.
if you were to, I'll do it.
Okay, you press the button.
Browser, and here we go. This is a very short one, so here we go.
So it's it's a Northern Ireland N class, was it? Although
Gone at a fair old lick on an outside.
that is,
we an outside lined up.
Yeah. Oh, Hornby 00.
Nicely done.
Wouldn't that short your track out with those metal wheels? Hornby 00 as well. This takes me back to my childhood. Oh, the power petrol. The power ethyl with the hand is the rare one. Oh, a Great Western Horsebox. That is quite a rare one. There's two versions of that. One with the two small windows and one with a large middle window. The Bogey Bolster. LMS brake van.
You do love a brake van, is that
Yeah, I do love a bit of Hornby 00. Really do have a soft spot for that. So it's really just got time for me to say thank you to everybody for your submissions. Really enjoyed those.
We did enjoy that.
Absolutely. There's some absolutely great submissions there. I'm loving playing with these levers, you know.
To be honest with you, when I first saw them,
Best investment ever. Seriously, if you
Yeah.
haven't seen that video, go and check out my Cobalt S lever video.
When we first visited DCC Concepts and they had one set as a display only and said they're not for sale, please don't put them in your video, I really wanted to put them in the video because they looked great.
Oh, yeah. No, I wasn't paying enough attention. So is that because they didn't have any stocks?
They didn't have any to sell. It's like, please don't put them in the video. It's like, we haven't got any in stock and people will phone. So we didn't. But I loved them. It was great. And I'm happy to see that you've got some as well.
And also don't forget, final call for the Monday Club Wagon is now starting to be dispatched. We've got follow the link that is pinned at the top of the chat. Don't follow the link in the description box at the moment. It will be getting fixed after the stream. So if you're watching this on catch up, yes, you can use the link. But if you're watching this live, don't use the link down below.
Sorry about that.
Use the one that's pinned in the chat. The reason for this is because Rails went and changed their website and didn't tell us that it would break all the links.
We forgot.
So that may explain why. I was wondering why has sales gone really, really slow?
That would be because we can't.
Yeah. Yeah, Don gets Molero says, did you earn more or spend more at DCC Concepts? No comment. No comment.
No comment while I'm in the room, I'd expect.
No comment. Yeah, exactly. No comment.
That's like,
look,
you never ask a game collector how much their collection cost.
When
their spouse is in the room.
Yeah, how much did it cost?
More than I want to admit.
Yeah. But look, anyway, you guys take great care. I am absolutely shattered because I've been up since 5 a.m. this morning. I took a trip to Seren Studios in Cardiff for super secret project that I can't tell you any real information on. And I only got back in 30 minutes before the stream went.
You can't give any information on your butt. What?
What? No. But look, it's been great having your company. Don't forget as well that I will be at the Great Electric Train Show all this coming weekend. Looking really forward to all of you guys being there, getting to meet and greet with people. And do get that Monday Club Wagon bought, because if you miss it, you miss out. Most of the other MDV and MDO wagons from Acura Scale are sold out to pre-order anyway. And I will do a video on how to T-cut off the JK branding for those people who, you know, keep one for best, obviously. But if you want one to look like a regular wagon, I'm going to do a video where I remove the branding and then weather it up. Because I know that the trolls seem to think it's really hurtful. We'll just buy them and remove the branding. It's like, well, cheers for your money.
Yeah, we don't care.
Yeah, but I want to...
That's the thing. You've got to remember, guys, if you've bought it, it's yours.
Yeah.
Do what you want, it's yours.
Yeah, so I'll do a video where I remove the branding and weather it up. I think that'll make a great video as well. But until next time, you guys stay safe, and we've got Oh, what's that noise? Oh, it's that again. And don't forget, we've got Monkey Build coming up this week. So watch out for that. And until next time, you take great care of yourself. Happy modelling. Take care. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Oh, I'm tired.
If you go up to the loft today, you're sure of a big surprise. If you go up to the loft today, you'll never believe your eyes. For every train there ever was has gathered there together, because today's the day that Jenny does the Monday Club. Good night.
Oh, I found a different view that still works. So look, you take care, guys, and thank you ever so much for the generosity of all the people who donated on the super chat.
Yeah, thank you so
and
much.
the amazing videos and pictures that we got sent in. Really, really enjoyed all of those. So until next